to the red, to the brown, to the yellow, to the white, to the black, to the Republicans, to the Democrats, to the saints, to the sinners, to the losers, to the winners, to the strong, to the weak, to the bold, to the meek, to the haters, to the naysayers, to the living, to the late, to the unsung, to the great, to the seers, to the Moors, to the rich, to the poor. In the name of the Most High God, the Beneficent, the Merciful, and in the name of all the strong black freedom fighters, I come to you today as a modern day black nationalist, poet, freedom fighter, fighting for the freedom, the justice, the equality of our people. Yes, I'm here today, but not as some prophet, no sage, no rabbi, no priest, but a poet, a voice, articulating the hurt and the pain of the suffering masses of our people who are not moving forward. A poet, but not just any poet, but one who will rise to the call of service. The beckoning of a generation. Yes, I'm here today as a servant of an awesome God and a servant of an awesome people. The God who was our God before we were brought here to the hills and hells of North America, the one of whom it was prophesied in the book of Exodus to come and to deliver his people, if indeed we represent the people and the prophetic fulfillment of Scripture, who would be in bondage for over 400 years, whom afterwards God would come to deliver. Yes, brought here to America on the belly of slave ships. Ships filled with dung and disease, they packed us in like sardines, traded us for mere sugar cane and coffee beans, the despised and rejected of people, our people, robbed of our names, robbed of our language, robbed of our history, robbed of our culture, our folkways, our mores, our religion. Look at us. We have adopted the religion of our slave masters, and the proof of that we have bowed down to worship the image of a lily white Jesus, even up until today, Yet the scriptures clearly say of this Jesus that his skin would be like fine brass burnt in an oven, whose head and hair would be like lamb's wool, not some impostor, pale-faced, blue-eyed, stringy, blonde hair, pasteurized, homogenized white Jesus of Hollywood. So listen up, all you listeners. Tonight I've come to take no prisoners. I come in the spirit of that strong black Muslim minister, Malcolm X, El Hajj Malik, El Shabazz, not some foot-shuffling, boot-licking, passive preaching, turn a non-violent cheek, modern-day Uncle Tom, escapist preacher with some pie in the sky somewhere in the sweet by and by, lullaby preachers, rocking our people to sleep. So I write this poetry to wake us up. Once again, salutation, brothers and sisters. I am Orapotist Maximus, orator, poet, and activist. I didn't come out here to hear myself pontificate. I came out here to encourage, inspire, perhaps even motivate. I'm not an entertainer. So you see, I didn't come out here for the applause, the cheers. I didn't come out here to play or tickle your ears. For you see, the stakes are too high, the situation too dire. Our people are suffering this very hour. So I've come to speak truth to power. Oh, I pray that I may speak with the eloquence of Dr. King, speak with the militancy of a Malcolm, speak with the courage of a Sojourner, speak with the ferocity of a Nat Turner. Now I draw strength for the moment from Langston Hughes, from Paul Laurence Dunbar, from Dr. Mangelo, and all my former fellow poets. And to my enemies, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you personally for coming on out and taking this butt whooping personally. But in the words of James Baldwin, America, I'm not your Negro. I don't scratch, I don't itch, I don't dance if I don't like the music. I march to the beat of a different drum. I'm self-determined, self-actuated, self-motivated. I don't fit your stereotypes. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't use drugs. I have absolutely no need to smoke the weed. I'm a Superman. I have balls of steel. I don't budge, I don't bend. I don't chase women and I don't chase men. I'm not a gangbanger. But I do have gangster-like proclivities. I've learned not to shoot from the hip, but as a poet, I've learned to shoot from the lip. America, white America, you have failed us. All of your institutions have been poisoned and contaminated by racism. The political system, the justice system, the educational system, the police system, and even the religious system. And what we're facing is the fruit and fare of American society. The ugly and terrible condition that we find our people in is a direct result to the legacy of institutional racism in America. And what we're facing is the fruit and fare of American society. I prayed and asked God, can there be reconciliation of the races in America? I prayed and he spoke to me as if through a whirlwind. He said, can you reconcile love and hate? Can you reconcile the forgotten with the great? Can you reconcile war and peace? Can you reconcile the Western world with the Middle East? Can you reconcile day and night? Can you reconcile the dialectical differences between black and white? Can you reconcile joy and pain? Can you reconcile sunshine and rain? Can you reconcile the molehill and the mountain? Can you reconcile Malcolm with the Martin? Can you reconcile the prostitute named Mary Magdalene with virtuous women like Mary and Martha? Can you reconcile hell with the cross of Golgotha? And I would like to close with the scripture, Matthew chapter 25, verse 31. It says, when the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then he will sit upon the throne of his glory, and all the nations of the earth will be gathered before him. And the king shall say to those on his right, come, ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom which was prepared for thee before the foundation of the world. For when I was hungry, you gave me meat. When I was thirsty, you gave me drink. When I was a stranger, you took me in. When I was naked, you clothed me, sick and in prison, and you came unto me. And the righteous shall say unto the king, but Lord, when saw we thee hungry and fed thee, thirsty, and gave thee drink, a stranger, and took you in, naked, and clothed you, sick and in prison, and came unto you? And the king shall say unto them, verily, verily, I say unto thee, inasmuch as you've done it to one of the least of these, my brethren, you've done it unto me. And the king shall say to those on his left, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For when I was hungry, you gave me no meat. When I was thirsty, you gave me no drink. When I was a stranger, you didn't take me in. Naked, you didn't clothe me. Sick and in prison, you didn't come unto me. And they shall also say unto the king, but Lord, when saw we thee hungry, thirsty, naked, sick, and in prison, and didn't minister unto thee? And the king shall say unto them, verily, verily, I say unto thee, inasmuch as you've done it not to one of the least of these, you've done it not unto me. I've done a lot of soul searching. I've done a lot of thinking. I've come to the conclusion that we as a people, we just got to continue to press forward. Continue to press forward. But what I know, I'm just a poet.